So they say which we should prove the following identity. So we have the right-hand side again. And then the right-hand side is given as the tan of theta again. And then we have the left-hand side, which is given as the sine of theta minus the tan of theta again, multiplied by the cos squared of theta all over. You have the cos of theta minus 1 plus the sine squared of theta. Ne? So you have the numerator and then you also have the denominator. So that's what we're going to be working with here. So there's a 10 here. You see this 10. So we want to change this 10. If we're going to change this 10, what are we going to have? We're going to have something like this. We're going to have the sine of theta. It's fine. Right? We're going to have the sine of theta minus. Ne? So instead of 10 of theta here, what am I going to have? I am going to have the sine of theta all over what? All over cos of theta, like this. Ne? Multiplied by the cos squared of theta. This is going to be all over 1. I agree they didn't say anything here. And then this one here, I will also make it to be all over 1. Okay. And then on the denominator, what do we have? Let's go to the denominator side. What do we have here? Okay, here we have cos. We have 1. And then we have sine. So what we are going to try to do is to make this one to look like this one. So I agree this one is a square though. So we can change this one and then make it to be cos. So what are we going to have? We're going to have the cos of theta again, minus 1. We're going to change this one. If I change this one here using the identity, remember this identity that says sine squared of theta again, plus the cos squared of theta. It means which this thing here is going to be written as plus, this is going to be written as 1 minus the cos squared of theta. Are you still with us, Renee?
Yes.
All right. And then from here, you will say, okay, but here, this one and this one, agree here, there are 2 of them. Again. One of them is going to disappear, and then you're going to be left with what? With cos of theta. Again. So what do you have now? You have the sine of theta minus the sine of theta multiplied by the cos of theta all over. And then you want to remove the bracket here. Again. If you remove this bracket, you have this one and this one. It says which you have the cos of theta minus 1 again. This one multiplied by this one, it gives us plus 1 again. This one multiplied by this one, it gives us minus the cos squared of theta. What should we do from here then, Renee, if it's you? Look at the numerator here. Is there anything common between this term number 1 and term number 2 here?
Yes.
Okay, what's common?
Sine theta.
So we're going to put sine theta out as common again. If we take out sine theta here, what are you going to remain with here if you take out this sine theta here?
1.
You're left with 1 minus. If you take out sine theta here, what are you going to remain with?
Cos theta.
So here you're going to have cos theta all over. Here, I gotta remember this one here, you have minus, I gotta you have minus, and then you have plus. Again. What is going to happen to the minus and the plus?
Cancel.
They're going to cancel each other, this one again. And then you are left with this term and this term here. Between these 2 terms here, is there anything common between these 2 terms here?
Yes.
What's common?
Cos theta.
Okay, if you take out cos theta here, what do you remain with here?
1.
Okay, here you are left with 1 again. And then you have minus. Here there were 2 again. If you took 1, what are you going to remain with here?
Cos theta.
You're going to be left with cos theta again. Now look at the following. Agree you have 1 minus cos theta. And then here you also have 1 minus cos theta again. And then what are you remaining with, man? What is sine theta all over cos theta?
10.
It's 10 of theta again, which is going to be equal to the what? To the right-hand side. I agree we were required to prove with this is equal to tan theta. Yeah, and then this thing here, it's how many marks? It's 4 marks again. So where are you going to get your 4 marks? You're going to get your 4 marks for 1, changing 10 again. And then from here onwards, you're going to get another mark for changing this one. You agree you change the cos again. 1 mark there. Also going to get 1 mark for factorizing this one, and then 1 mark for factorizing this one. And then all in all, you get your 4 marks. Thank you, Renee. We are going to the next one.